Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Shazam Lifestyle. I just wanted to take a moment and go over the kids' brokerage account with you. Remember, my goal here is to help you with your finances so you can do more, live more, and enjoy more. So today I'm taking the time out to discuss investing for your child in a brokerage account, not just a savings account, guys. Give your child a head start by starting a brokerage account for them. Now, these brokerage accounts, guys, there's three types of them. Three types of brokerage accounts. You have a 529 college savings plan, the UGMA or UTMA account, and then the third one is a Roth IRA. So these are three ways you can invest for your kids. But in this particular video, I am focusing on the UGMA account. Now, the UGMA account stands for Uniform Gifts to Minors Act. So, as I said, it's a Uniform Gifts to Minors account or Uniform Gifts to Minors Act. It really doesn't matter. So essentially, you set up this account to invest on behalf of a minor. This is also referred to as a custodial account. You are the custodian, you the adult, you are the custodian of this account until the child becomes of age, depending on the state that you're in. So as you will see later on when you're setting up the account, it will ask you which state is this account being set up in? Which state do you live in? So the adult manages the account until the child reaches adulthood, and adulthood differs depending on the state. It could be anywhere from 18 to 25 years old, depending, of course, on your state. So guys, I've done a lot of research on this, okay? And so I am listing here the different platforms where you can invest for a child, okay? And obviously, as you can tell, I have my favorite. And my favorite is Fidelity. The other ones are Schwab. I have a Schwab account currently, and it's not very user-friendly. You can buy partial shares, but the partial shares, they start at $5 per share. Now, TD Ameritrade doesn't have partial shares, but you can set up a UGMA account on there. Acorns costs money. There's a family investing, and there's a early start on Acorns for babies, for little ones that are just starting out. Stockpile also costs money, and that's on the iPhones only. And there's also Stash. Stash costs money. So my favorite out of all of these that I just mentioned is Fidelity. Now, I am not being biased, but full disclosure here, I do have a custodial account for my niece and nephew in Fidelity. So this is one of the reasons why I'm very comfortable with it. And so I can share more information about it. Now, guys, it's basically, when you set up these brokerage accounts for your child, you can set up these brokerage accounts the minute the child is born and they are given a social security number. You can start an investment account for your child. This is one of the best gifts you can give a child. Since they have so much time in front of them for that money to grow, what you're doing is by setting aside small amounts of money for that child, basically you setting that child up for a successful financial life. Okay, so imagine if the baby is born. I'll give you an example, okay? And I tell people this all the time. Back in 2002, when my kids were 3 years old, I took $1,000 and I put it into E-Trade. I didn't know anything about investing. So the money just sat in the savings account. If I had taken that $1,000 and put it into just Apple, the company, guys, back then in 2002 and 2017, when the kids reach age 18, that account, without adding anything to it, would have been worth well over $140,000. Let me just say this again. That $1,000, if I were to invest it back in 2002 in Apple, just bought Apple, okay, without adding anything to it, in 2017, when the kids turned 18, that account would have grown to well over $140,000. So guys, if you're thinking about whether or not you want to do this, think about that example I just gave you. And this doesn't happen in a savings account. It will not, I guarantee you, not happen in a savings account. The only way for you to get that kind of return is to take that money and invest it in the market. And so guys, this is what this video is about. So first, let me go ahead and stop this video here. I don't want it to go on yet. You want to set up the account. You have to have the child social security number. Okay. And by the way, guys, anybody can set up these custodial accounts, especially family members. But I have a friend of mine who's asked me, can I go ahead and set one of these up for my godson or my goddaughter? And the answer is yes, but you have to have the child social security number. If you don't have it, you cannot set up the account. Now, once you set up the account must be connected to a bank account where the money is going to be coming from to invest in the account. Best thing to do is to set it up to automatically transfer the money. So when you do these automatic transfers, guys, you have multiple options. You could do it whenever you want to, however many times you want to. Right now, for my niece and nephew's account, I transfer the money into their account once a month. Once a month, I transfer the money. But if you're the kind of person that says, you know what, I just don't have time to do all of this, okay, you can transfer the money every 3 months, every 2 months, every 6 months, every year. You know, just set yourself up a little reminder and say, every year around Christmas time. Personally, you know what I would do to make it very easy? I would transfer the money on their birthday. I would transfer the money at Christmas, because those are the two biggest times of the year when you are gifting something to a child. So rather than give the actual gift, I mean, you could also do that too. You could do both. You can give them money in their investment account, guys. Let the money work for them instead of buying just gifts, toys that the kids are going to, you know, throw away and not use, okay? So you choose how frequently you want the money transferred into the account. Now, once the money hits the account, okay, and you're ready to start investing, if you're going to buy whole shares, yes, go ahead and stay on the desktop account. And I'll show you in a minute. By the way, we're going to open up the video and watch the video, okay? Now, if you want to buy fractional shares, partial shares, let's say you're only transferring $50 a share, but you want to buy Apple. Apple is currently $130 a share. You cannot afford that. So this is why it's important for you to download the app, the Fidelity app, where you can actually do partial share investing. And I have a demo of that coming up very shortly, okay, where you can watch that. And so by having it on the app, you can buy in dollars, guys. You can buy dollars in dollar amounts. Whatever your dollars can afford, that's what you buy. So if you got $50, you want to buy Apple, buy $50 worth of Apple. If you got $50 and you want to buy McDonald's for that child, buy $50 worth of McDonald's for that child. If you got $50 and you want to buy $50 worth of Tesla, buy $50 worth of Tesla. And then for those of you who are saying, well, how do I know which stocks to select? We're going to talk about that soon. How about this? If you don't know what stocks to select, buy the S&P 500, okay? SPY is the ticker symbol. You type it in there, SPY, it'll pop up. It's about $360 a share, but you're only buying $50. And make it simple, guys. You all can do this. Everybody can do this, okay? So let's take a moment and watch this video on how to set up the account. The website, and I am getting ready to show you how to go about opening a custodial account on Fidelity. I like Fidelity, number one, because of the great customer service. So if you're going through the process of setting up an account for a child and you're having a difficult time, all you do is pick up the phone, call the 800 number. Right here is the customer service. Okay, once you click that, it'll give you the customer service number. You can call, and these customer service reps will sit on the telephone and walk you through the entire process. Okay, guys? And they are very, very friendly. Okay, so that's the number one reason. Number two reason, guys, with Fidelity, they do have dollar-based investing, which means you can purchase fractional shares, unlike the other platforms like TD Ameritrade or E-Trade. You can also purchase fractional shares in Schwab, but Schwab will only let you purchase in $5 increments, and the number of stocks they have available is limited. However, here on Fidelity, you can invest in fractional shares for as low as $1, but this will only happen through the app. So you go on your computer. You can also do this on the cell phone, but it's best to do it on a computer, laptop, desktop. To open up the account. Once you open up the account, you're going to download the Fidelity app so you can do the partial share investing. That's the only way you're allowed to do the partial share investing. So guys, here it is. At the top over here, I am going to open up an account. And then over here, it gives me different types of accounts I can open. I'm just going to scroll through the list. There's one right there for a child. Remember, I mentioned there are basically 3 types of accounts you can set up for a child. This one right here is the 529 savings plan, specifically for education. And again, there's that 800 number, guys, to call customer service rep. Now, you notice I passed it. Why? Because I want to see all the accounts Fidelity has to offer. And guys, they have such a variety of accounts they offer. So here's a list of all the accounts. They split them out and explain each one to you. So just in case you yourself need an account, you might want to take some time out and just read through some of these. But I'm looking for a specific one. And by the way, let me just go back up here. I think there's a Roth IRA Kids account right there, guys. You see that? Roth IRA for kids. A minor owns this account, while an adult manages the account as long as the minor has qualified earned income, as in they're working and making money. A child can actually open up a Roth IRA account and invest after tax dollars. So this is another way you can get your child a brokerage account through a Roth IRA. Now, let's keep going. Okay, remember the child has to have a job. They have to be making money to go to Roth IRA for kid, and by that we mean someone who's under age 18. I'm still looking for the accounts. Okay, so here it is, guys. Savings for education. You have the 529 account, which is specifically slated for educational purposes, K-12 education, post-high school education, and guys, any qualified higher education expenses, okay? And the taxes are deferred. It's tax-free if the money is used specifically for education. And now, here's the custodial account. One of them is Uniform Gifts to Minors Act, okay? That's the UGMA. There is also a an Ugma, Uniform Transfers to Minors Act. And the Ugma, it has real estate properties in there, whereas the UGMA, it just has stocks in there, okay? That's the one we want to open up, so we're going to go ahead and click on that. All right, I'm not going to be able to go through that much with you, but at least I want to show this to you, okay? So here it is, guys, right here. Fidelity account, it's going to ask you for the basic information. You set up the account under your name, and then eventually it's going to get to this screen right here where it's asking for the minor's information. So their name, middle name, last name. And guys, the most critical part is whether or not the child has an SSN, a Social Security number. The child must have a Social Security number, and you must have the Social Security number in order for you to start this account. And then over here, it's also asking you the state where you belong. Why? Because depending on your state, that determines when the child becomes an adult. So the account could be switched over to the child. You're just a temporary custodian of this account. This is why they call it a custodial account. When that child becomes of age, it could be 18, 21, 25. It just depends on the state. When the state feels like the child has reached adulthood, and then you'll have to release the account to the child. So there goes that gift. You give the account over to that child. So it just depends on the state you're in. So guys. All right, guys, I am going to stop here so I can keep going. By the way, yes, my videos tend to be a little lengthy because I like explaining things. I'm an educator. This is what I do best. I like explaining things to you. Look at that, the account. The video just started again. Okay. So anyways, guys, once you set up the account and you're getting ready to buy these companies, make sure you buy companies, buy stocks, okay? Stocks are just fractional shares in a company. So you buy companies you believe will always be around. So make sure you do your research, guys. Think about it this way, okay? What items do you use on a regular basis? What services do you use on a regular basis? For example, if you're consistently shopping on Amazon, you'll buy Amazon. If you're consistently using that iPhone, buy Apple, guys. If you're consistently going to Walmart and shopping at Walmart, buy Walmart. By the way, you guys can't buy Publix. Publix is privately owned. It's owned by the employees. So you cannot buy Publix, okay? So what's another great company? If you like to go to Target, if you like to fly Southwest, if you like to fly JetBlue, guys, there are stocks for all of these different companies. But of course, if you don't know which company to choose, okay, one of the best ways to invest in the market is through the S&P 500, guys. The S&P 500 has the 500 largest companies that are traded. And so once you drop some money in there, you're buying pieces of all these different companies, of all 500 companies. So that's an easier way for you to start investing for your child. And you just buy, guys, let the money sit there. Every time you can, put some money in there. By the way, besides the automatic transfer, you can choose at some point, let's say you have extra money, you just got back your tax return and realize, oh, I have a little bit of money, so let me go ahead and take some of this money and transfer it into the account so I can invest on behalf of my child, guys. You control this, seriously, you control this. And there are ways for you to set up the automatic investment too. So if you don't want to go in there and have to allocate the money on your own, do the investing on your own, you can always, by the way, I'm going to show you that soon. Okay, you can always set it up to automatically do the investing for you. Yes, guys. So do your research, people, when you're getting ready to invest in the market. Always do your research, okay? So here we are, guys. I am going to give you a demo on how to purchase the fractional shares on the app once you have the app. Right here, as you can tell, this is one of the accounts that I have for my niece. So here it is, guys.
This is where you can come once you set up your Fidelity account online to invest in fractional shares. Now, this particular account here, I have it for my niece, okay? And guys, let me tell you, this app is so easy to invest in. So I'm gonna take a moment and show you how to buy partial shares on Fidelity, the app. And you can only buy the partial shares on the app. You cannot buy them directly from the website. Right now, the market is still open. It's 3:11 in the afternoon, as you can tell. So yes, I am going to make the trade live, okay? So I'm gonna go at the top here where it says, you see where my little icon is pointing right there, okay? I am going to select that. And that's where I am going to be able to go in and choose the option to either trade, deposit checks, transfer, or pay bills. I am going to be trading, so I'm going to select trade. And then once I select that, you will notice it tells me right here, guys, I have some money available for me to invest in the market. I am going to go over here, select the company I wish to purchase. Today, I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy a little bit of Square. I love Square, guys. I think they're doing great things, so I'm going to go ahead and buy Square. So I'm going to, as you notice, once I started typing, the list of companies are starting to pop up, and Square is located at the top right there. As you can tell, Square is trading at $234 a share today. It went up $4 today. Now, guys, here's the critical part down here, okay? The action section right here. I want to go ahead and buy. And then, guys, quantity type is the next part, okay? So it gives you the option to purchase in shares, or you can buy in dollars. We're buying in dollars because we only have $21 in here, and Square is trading at how much? $234. So we cannot afford the entire share. However, because the app allows dollar-based investing, we can actually buy what our money can afford. In this case, $21 worth of Square, the company. So I'm just gonna go ahead and enter here the quantity, how much money I wanna purchase. I'm typing it in, guys. And so I'm done typing it in. I'm gonna do $21, basically all of it. I'm gonna buy it while the market is live. So I'm gonna do my order next. And guys, it's asking me, let me see, what is it asking me here? The supplement account. Okay, after the buy order you are about to place exceeds your settled cash. Apparently, okay. Let me see if it'll let me place the order. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Oh, it got my order, and just like that, guys, I own $21 worth of Square. Guys, that was easy, okay? And so I'm done, and it's going to go back into my niece's account, okay? So guys, essentially, it's a super easy process, okay? As you can tell. So personally, I love Fidelity.
All right, guys. So hopefully you got the gist of it. That is probably one of the easiest ways to invest in the market besides Cash App and Robinhood, guys. And by the way, since I'm mentioning Cash App, Square, this company that it just bought, owns Cash App, guys. I'm telling you, this company Square is doing some great things. That is one of the reasons why I love it so much, guys. So all of this, guys, has to do with the power of compound interest, because the earlier you start, the more your account will grow. Guys, our kids, our babies, one of the most precious things they have is time. So the earlier you start investing on behalf of your child, the better off they will be financially. So this is all about setting your kids up financially to be financially successful, guys. And so I know some of you are going to say, well, wait a minute, whatever I'm working for, it's for them. But guys, listen, you don't know how long you're going to live. You're going to need your money in retirement. So why not take a few dollars and invest it on behalf of your child when they turn 18 or 21 or 25, whenever you have to transfer the account over, you can transfer it over to that child and say, here's what I put aside for you. By the way, let me just add this in here. This is not the only account you can have for your child. You can also have the Roth IRA if your child is making his or her own money. You can also do, by the way, the Roth IRA has limits in there, so you got to be careful with that. And then the 529 specifically for college. Guys, you have options. But this one right here is the easiest one to set up, okay? So whenever you're thinking about the birthdays, the holidays, what to get your child, take some of that money, put it into the brokerage account, this UGMA account, this custodial account. Remember, guys, time is the most precious commodity your child has, okay? So if you want to find more videos like this, you can find them at Shazam Lifestyle on YouTube. So just go on YouTube, guys, and look for these videos. Hopefully you learned something. If you learned something great, guys, please share it, pass it on to somebody else. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who wish they knew this information. So share it out, guys. I wish I knew it back in 2002. Remember that story about 2002? This is one of the reasons, guys, I am on this mission to make financial literacy accessible, because I feel like the information is not out there. It's not readily accessible for everybody to have the information. So guys, please share this information with somebody else. And thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.